and determinant is different thing. Although in looks it's little bit same, because here also elements are in certain rows and columns, exactly like in matrix, but symbolically little bit difference here. Two vertical bars are used in determinant, and in matrix strictly first bracket or third bracket. So here in this determinant, three rows and three columns, these are expressed within two vertical bars, and number of rows and number of columns here exactly same. And determinant gives us always a particular value. It gives us a real value, but in matrix we do not have uh, any value. It is just arrangement, as I explained you earlier. In determinant, we always have a value. So here, first row A11 exactly it is element structure are shown exactly like matrix elements. So A11, A12, A13, and this is first row, this is second row, and this is third row, and it is expressed between two vertical bars. That is why it is determinant. If we put here first bracket or third bracket, then it would be representing a matrix. So determinant, to evaluate, you should have the procedure. So there is a procedure to evaluate the value of a determinant. If a matrix is there where exactly these rows and these columns are here, same elements, just within first bracket and or third bracket here, of the same matrix, if we have to find its determinant, then automatically we have to write all the elements of the matrix between two vertical bars like this. So in this way we have to express the determinant. With the same elements there may be a matrix which is suppose A, and of all these elements, if we express within two vertical bars, then it will represent determinant of the same matrix. So just in matrix we put these elements between first bracket, and to express its determinant we have to write all the elements of the matrix between two vertical bars like this. Now we are going to know actually how to expand, how to evaluate this. Okay, first of all we have to choose any row or any column. We can expand along first row or second row or third row, any one row or any one column. We have to uh, we have to uh, choose to expand it. So if we expand it along any row, then same value will be having. So this is the determinant. If you observe this expansion is like this. Along first column, suppose we are going to expand, that means we are going to evaluate. Then you see here A11 is written here A11. Now determinant of those elements which are not in the row containing this element or the column containing this element. That means A11 into A11 contain row and A11 contain column, we have to omit. And whatever elements left, you see here there are four elements: A22, A23, A32, A33. These four elements we have to write within vertical bars, that is determinants. So A11 into a determinant of these four elements. Next, A21. Along first column we are going to expand it. So now A21. A21 is this. Now A21 contained row is this and A21 contained column is this. If we omit this column and this row, that is A21 element contained row and A21 contained column, so then if we omit this row and this column, then elements left A12, A13, A32, A33. And exactly we have to write here with this element A12, A13, A32, A33. Okay. Now regarding sign I am telling you. Next plus the third element. Along this we are going to expand it. So A11 we have considered, A21 considered, now A31. A31 into what will be the elements? This element contain row, this one third row and first column. We have to omit first column and the third row because this element contain row is this and this element contain column is this one. So these two we have to omit. Now what are left? These four elements left. A12, A13, A22, A23. These four elements are written here within a vertical bar, that is determinant. So A31 into this. So expansion along first column is over. So you can choose a second column, you can choose third column, you can choose first row, second row, third row, anyone. But whatever value you will get, exactly value of the determinant will be same. So minus, you see here along first column we have expanded. We are going to determine the value. So middle element, so sign to be considered along with elements are like this. This is plus, this is minus, this is plus. So that's why A11 plus, A21 minus and A31 plus. Along first row if we expand it, then first one will be plus, second one will be negative and third one will be positive. So first plus, second minus, third again plus. So along the first row if we go for a expansion. So this is a convention actually, sign convention. So now determinant of this you can calculate A21 cross multiplication, A22 into A33, A23 into A32. Here also A12 into A33, A13 into A32. Here also A12 into A23 and A13 into A22. So this is just cross multiplication we have to perform here. And finally we have this step after cross multiplication. Within the determinant we have to consider its cross multiplication like this. And just simplifying this, whatever value we get, that is the value of the determinant. So when in place of A11, A12, A13, in these places when numbers will be there, then the simplifying this will be having a particular number, and that is the determinant value of the determinant. Just an example is this one. So some numbers are here. If we expand this, that is determinant, if we expand, then we'll be having like this. Along first column, suppose we are going to compute, then 2 into, follow up the rule, 2 into 2 can contain row and 2 contain column, you just omit. What are left? 4 minus 2, 5, 6. Here this one, 4 minus 2, 5, 6. Next element 1, so it's middle element, so it will be minus 1 definitely. So this element contains row, omit, and this element contains column, if you omit, then elements left minus 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is minus 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus in the first column, along the first column, so next element is, the last element is 3. So 3 into 3 contain column, that is first column, and 3 contain this element contain row is this third row. If we omit these two, then elements left this 4 minus 3 4 4 minus 2 exactly here minus 3 4 4 minus 2. So it is just the rule for expansion is followed up here. So now along first column it is expanded. It is not necessary to go for always uh, through first column. You can choose any particular row or particular column to expand it. The value will remain same. So just it's within the determinant, small determinant. If you calculate this cross multiplication, here it is 4 into 6 uh, minus minus 2 into 5. Minus 2 into 5 means minus 10, but one minus is there, this minus this, so that minus and this minus will be positive, so this is plus. Just cross multiplication. Similarly here minus 1 into minus 3 into 6 minus 3 into 6 minus 4 into 5 minus 4 into 5. Here 3 into within cross multiplication here minus 3 into minus 2 4 into 4. So minus 3 into minus 2 minus minus plus. So simply written 3 into 2 minus 4 into 4 minus 4 into 4. So this is the simple expansion. Putting these values, we have 76. So 76 is the value of the determinant. 76 is the value of the determinant. Thus, determinant gives us always a particular value. But in matrix, we cannot have a value like this. Matrix always an arrangement, always. It doesn't give any particular value. But when we consider its determinant, then always it gives us a value. So that's the main difference between determinant and matrix. So an example is given here. Find the determinant of this. So you can compute yourself. Uh, to follow up the rule how to expand it. So there are some properties. There are some properties of determinants, but all the properties are not necessary for you. Some important properties will be there at the time of some numericals. Definitely properties will be uh, relevant and will be applied. Here just first important property is this one. The value of the determinant is not unaltered. Its rows are written as columns in the order. That means rows and columns are just replaced like transpose. If you write rows as column, that means exactly like transpose. If you reshuffle the elements using the property of transpose of a matrix, exactly like that, rows are made into column, then value of the determinant remains same. It is one of the properties. Next, another important property: if any two rows of or columns determinant are interchanged, the value of the determinant is multiplied by minus 1. That means any two row or any two columns, if you just replace two columns or any particular two rows, if you replace their places are exchanged, then the value of the determinant becomes negative. That means sign will be changed. A minus sign will be coming before the determinant. This one property. Another important property at the time of simplification is very required here. You see, in the determinant, left hand side in the determinant, you see in the middle column, there is a common factor. 4 is here, 4 is here, and 4 is here also. Because 8 means 4 into 2. Again 4 means 4 into 1, 12 means 4 into 3. That means 4 is common factor in the middle column. So when any particular common factor is multiplied with all elements of particular row or column, then we can take out the constant, this common factor outside the determinant. So for 8, 4 and 12 in the middle column, if you observe, it's just factors are like this: 4 into 2, 4 into 1, 4 into 3, and 4 is common factor here. So 4 is common factor. So this common factor, since this is common factor all elements of the middle column, it may be first column, it may be third column, it may be first row, second row, third row. In any particular row or any particular column, if a common factor exists, then the factor we can write outside the determinant. So that is equal to, in this case, we can write like this: 4 is outside the determinant. So keeping the constant outside the determinant, whatever elements left, we can write this. So simply this is property very important. Again, it is interesting when all the elements of particular two rows or particular two columns are same, that is identical. Same elements are there between two rows and two columns, then the value of the determinant directly we can write 0. Here you see, if you multiply the, second row, if you observe, so 6 means 3 into 2, 4 means 2 into 2, 10 means 2 into 5. In the second row, you see 2 is common factor. 2 is common factor. So if we write 2 outside, the determinant, then second row will be 3 to 5. So 3 to 5, again first row is 3 to 5. That means two rows are identical. So without simplification, we can write its value 0. When two rows or two columns are identical, then its value is always 0. And this property is written little bit a different way: proportional. Same property we can say proportional. That means first row and second row here proportional. Proportional means if we multiply first row by 2, we get second row. So this, at this common factor is there. If we multiply first row by 2, then we get second row. That means first row and second row are proportional. Any two rows or any two columns, if proportional in a determinant, then its value is 0. It is written as this one, or simply you can think as, if two rows or two columns are identical, that means having same elements, then also you can have value 0. So fundamentally, these are very important properties, and you can uh, just try to evaluate. So for right now, it is important for you to evaluate determinant of a matrix, how to compute the determinant of a matrix. So thank you for today's portion.